Hey, what do you do when you buy a Tractor Supply fan and it doesn't work right? What do you do? Yeah, what do you do? I think you go get a new fan to replace the old fan, right? Is that a great idea? I got support on that idea. I think what we're gonna do, I got lots of projects. I gotta run up to Timbrook Honda and get my rear cowl seat replacement. Give the bike a little bit more of that race theme to it. But hey, what are we gonna drive today? We're gonna drive the Ford F450 Super Duty and go get a new fan at Tractor Supply. Then I'm gonna head up to Timbrook Honda and get that cowl. But let's get some driving time on that good old Ford F450. I should be taking the Ram TRX. Why would I take this? I know, why wouldn't I take this? Wouldn't this be more fun? You know what? It's just all about the driving experience with different vehicles. So follow me along as we go for the Tractor Supply Honda experience. Oh, the good old Ford F450. You know, it's just something about these big trucks. I've always had a love for trucks. That's been my real passion in my life. I mean, can you tell? If you look around my property, what do I have more of? Cars or trucks? I mean, there's 1 truck, 2 truck, 3 truck, 4 truck, 5 truck, 6 trucks, 7 trucks, 8 trucks, 9 trucks, 10 trucks. Kids got the F450, 11 trucks. Yeah, 11 trucks sitting here on my property versus how many cars do I have? Got like 1 car, some cars in the garage. So that's 4 cars. And then a Mustang over there, that's 5 cars. So I have like 5 vehicles in comparison to like 11 vehicles. Yeah, that's how radical it is. The Ice Age truck nut guy, and that's really where I came from, really. I mean, my first really favorite vehicle was a Chevy pickup truck. It wasn't a car. I mean, that was really always my goal, was to have a really cool looking truck, and I drove around trucks, and that's the reality. I've driven around trucks most of my life. Who doesn't know these stories? As we get out of the gate here and head up to Tractor Supply and the F450. The only thing with these F450 trucks is a lot of truck, and my biggest gripe is they walk. They tend to walk down the road, which I mean by that is the front end tends to steer itself. So you really have to be on the page of you really have to be more cognizant on a constant basis of this truck, because it'll get squirreled on you pretty quickly. And on the F450 white truck over there, I put a set of Michelin tires on the front of it just to hopefully tame it down a little bit. Did not do much. And you know, it's really incredible the way on how this truck only has 6,738 miles on it. I bought it used, and it was an Iceman type of vehicle that owned this vehicle, meaning that the person barely drove it. Some landscaper guy bought it, parked in his garage, and he really didn't drive it. And for me, I think this is a 22. I just can't keep track of all my damn vehicles. I think it's a 22 truck. So to be a 2-year model year truck and only have this amount of miles on it, it's very impressive. So first thing I'm gonna do is run up to Tractor Supply, kind of get that fan. I'm gonna get the fan. Sorry, the fan that I bought it down in Tennessee. And I've got, you know, kind of the feeling of like, you know, what do I do? I bought it out in Tennessee like 2 years ago. Never ever used it. Finally put it together. And if you're watching my channel, you'll see how that fan cuts off. So something's wrong with it. So how do I get it warranted? And my guess is you're not going to get it warranted when you say I bought it from you 2 years ago and I don't have a receipt. I just think that's going to be like, it's like, how do we claim that one, Mr. Iceman? So I'm gonna get a little creative. Yeah, am I gonna be a little creative? Hey, you know, at the end of the day, it's brand new. It's barely been used. I mean, come on. Don't guilt me. I mean, Charles is on my side. He thinks that I should do that, do the right thing. What's the right thing to do, right? You cheap ass son of a bitch, right? Hot as all get out here, but this truck here, being a lighter colored truck, it's so much cooler, and with all the vented seats, air conditioning, it really is nice and cool. Kiefer boys back at home, I tell you what, it really is. That the Kiefer dog gets my allergies, or whatever you want to call it, it's bad. I mean, I literally have shortness of breath if I'm around him personally just too long. So it's not good. It's just really bad. And I guess I should be buying some Claritin to kind of fight that, I guess. I don't know. And it's really unfortunate because I've never had problems with owning dogs. So for him, he's back at the house, but he needs to be. He's just too hot. And you get caught out leaving your dog in your truck. You can leave it running, but still people get all wacky. So for Kiefer and I, like the bonding of hanging out with each other, you know, there's a fine line there, if you know what I mean by that. As we get on the main road, the traffic, but it's a Friday, and how bad is it? You know what? A little heavier than I thought it'd be, so that's interesting. I had a glimmer of a hope there to pull out, but I didn't do it. But now I probably should have, because this road here can just be a stream of traffic for quite a ways, but it's not. It's gonna bust loose here in a second. And here this guy now is pulling out in front of that guy. And as he zoom up, no, we'll be all right. All right, here we go. And this truck here is so potent. I mean, I can only imagine the high output version of this truck. It must just be like, wow. You know, it's incredible. Today on my Samsung phone, over at 360 Insta camera. At 360, it's so much work because you literally have to make all this video content on that camera. Then you got to transfer it back to your actual device to actually create content. So it is so time consuming. So if I have like 30 minutes of video, you're talking of uploading in at least an hour's worth of time, if not longer, of 30 minutes of videos, and it take you probably an hour and a half to upload at least. And then you got to create the content to publish it. So very conservative number. You turn into a 2-hour plus project or more. And then it turns into uploading the content off my iPhone. It seems to take longer than other things. And it shows it taking an hour and a half to 2 hours. On the Virginia fun time Friday, a lot of people took off work, making a 4-day weekend. Kid didn't bring her girlfriend over and go swimming this afternoon. That's what she told me. So they're gonna have some fun in the pool. This is a farmer's market, and it really does. It's borderline dangerous. I mean, this here is very dangerous. The road isn't designed for the on-off traffic. But since it's a farmer's market, they have an exception to the rule that they don't have to create some special turning area, shoulder area. It's all free-for-all because it's only a limited time of year they do it. But at the same time, it does create havoc on this road. It is dangerous. And Tractor Supply is a-happening. Wow. All right, this will be a project. You know why it'll be a project? Because the frickin' fan weighs a bloody fortune. That's why. You know, what we do to pinch a penny here, pinch a penny there, right? Yeah, I hear you. As I park my truck, weirdly. It is something how COVID changed the deliveries. And that people more than ever need the pickup. Rewrote the rules of retail. Now I gotta get a big cart. Well, this ain't good. The fan I'm looking for, you don't have it. You got any fans in the back? The bigger one pedestal?
No, just what I have here, and then I think my second aisle over there, I have some more down there.
Okay, thank you. All right, want some chickens? Yeah, how about chickies, huh? Made all. We're gonna dance yet, aren't we?
I guess.
Yeah. All right, let's see how the luck is playing out today. Or is it? I think you said second aisle. Down here. That would be this one here, right? Yep, there it is right there. I can already tell from way back there. I got a bunch of them. Okay. The $1.99 is what I'm looking for. Yeah. This isn't bad either, actually. See, in my application, some ways that would be pretty cool too. How I would mount that in the shop, that would be the biggest question. So see here, $199. What's this right here? $99. Okay. All right, we're making progress here. Got the fan. I'm getting run over by this lady, I think. Maybe, maybe not. You'll witness it. We do have video of it, right? Anymore, so much video stuff. All right, got a receipt. They tried to upsell me on buying extended warranty. I'm like, nah, I think I'll be back sooner than later. Charles, you instigated it, buddy. Yeah, thank you, Charles. I think if he and I hung out together, we'd both be in jail, personally. This is pretty classic. Classic. You mind being on a YouTube channel? It's not that big. So this gentleman just pulled up next to me. What's the odds that he's got actually a worse problem than me? Yours just makes a buzzing noise.
Mine just makes a buzz.
And you went through all the aggravation, put it on the side of the wall.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So this gentleman here pulled up and he said, hey, let me give you a word of advice. And he's very smart because he said, plug that damn motor in before you put it together.
That's right.
And I'm thinking, wow, that's a great idea. Very smart. So I told him, he's like, oh, I know what you're up to. I didn't have to say much. That's awesome. All right, man. So this is, I was just going to buy one of these too, but I got to thinking to myself, putting it up inside a wall is going to be so much work.
Well, and they're freaking heavy.
Oh, I know. Yeah. And as you progress, that just gets to be too much work.
Yeah, it's a barn now.
Yeah, exactly right. Here, I'll hold this for you so it doesn't roll away. But that's classic. What's the odds of the timing of this? What's the odds of this, right? The gods around us. Hey, have a great day.
You did the same.
And there's my Ice Age TV YouTube channel if you want to see yourself video today. All right, we're getting the heck out of here before we both go to jail. All right? Yeah. That is classic. I mean, what's the odds of that, right? But you know what? He's very smart. That's the thing about talking to people. He's exactly right. Just plug that thing in and make sure it works before you go through all the work putting together. And in some ways, that's a good point. I just take the other motor off the other existing pedestal that's already all built, and I just bring it back. Hey, there's a whole nother idea. Wow, it's getting complicated, right? All right, can I get the Timbrook Honda and not buy something? Can I get the Timbrook Honda and leave without buying something? Yikes. Part 2 coming up.